I just want to see her win. And I think she's finally going to get to that place where you going to see her win. So let's cross our fingers.
Shout out to Miss Jones. She definitely, you know what I'm saying?
I heard about the phone call you called asking about the information you got first before we got it. Huh?
What information?
You know that?
What information?
Is it down the block?
It might be.
Is it down the block?
It might be.
Huh?
It might be.
Huh?
It might be.
Nigga, who you think I am? I know everything. I know everything. Yeah, look how surprised you are, huh?
You don't know shit. You don't know nothing.
The Hudson Man. It's the Hudson Man.
We got a few more questions before we wrap it up, man. You know, we got to ask about this Deuces and Mero situation.
Who?
Deuces. How you say it? Deuces and Mero, right?
It's Deezus, but all right.
Deezus and Mero. Pardon me. Deezus and Mero.
Deuces. I'm on my shout out to them. They shouted me out before, man. You know, and shout out to Deezus and Mero, man.
Shout out to Deezus and Mero.
You know
so,
what I mean? Trailblazers.
They try to disrespect the family.
Yeah, they said some stuff I didn't like. They in my opinion, they made it seem like my wife was there for the check.
Right.
And it bothered me because, I mean, my wife been with me since I was 15, 16, before there was a check.
Right.
Before I was DJing successfully, where I used to have to borrow money from her and drive her cars. So I just think that's a smack in the face. And I think a lot of times, especially with a lot of women, when women get into a beef with a guy and a woman decides to stay or there's a problem, the first thing they try to do to belittle the woman is like, oh, she's only there for the check. Or so she's only there for money. And, I mean, Queen's Flipper, no, he's been there. I mean, getting things right back in my relationship had nothing to do with the check. For anything that anybody that's smart is, if my wife left me, she gets half. She gets a bigger check. My check.
It's a fact.
But the important thing was working that relationship out to make sure that we're back in a place that's great. We got 6 kids to raise. And our relationship has never been better because of all the bullshit. So when somebody disrespects that and makes it seem like she's only there for that reason, I had a problem with it.
You feel like they did that for the content, just to try to...
I mean, maybe for the content, maybe they said it was jokes, maybe they felt that way. But, you know, it's like anything else. Like I tell you before, if somebody says something I don't like, I'm going to have a conversation with you about it.
And you did, live on your show.
I did, live on
air.
it.
Them.
Absolutely.
They apologized.
Yeah.
Did you walk out?
But then, did you? Yeah, you definitely walked out.
Yeah, I did.
Why?
I didn't walk out because of them, because after they apologized and they said they were sorry, it was back to fine. The reason I walked out is because when you have a co-host like Charlamagne that jokes all the time, I just couldn't sit there in that whole conversation after me being serious and then joke about it. So I didn't walk out. I just walked to the other studio and just chill and let them finish the interview. Had nothing to do with anything else. I just couldn't be a part of it because certain things I find funny and certain things that I don't. Charlamagne finds everything funny. I don't find my family talked about funny.
Right.
So I just didn't, just didn't decide.
But they apologized on the air.
Correct.
But then afterwards, their actions were a little different.
That's true. That's true.
They was on the
Math Hoffa show.
Math Hoffa show. Shout out to Math Hoffa. They were on there and
he said he said that they discussed about you performing fellatio from the back.
Yeah, I guess on the show after when they had their show, because I don't think they're together anymore. But when they had their show, he said something like I was gonna slap the shit out of Envy, and Envy, you could suck my dick from the back. That's what I think he said, something like that. And then I think on Math Hoffa show, I watched it today. He said something to the fact that I said that because it was the most disrespectful thing to show Envy that I wanted to smoke. And that's what he said.
So let me guess. The fire is relit. Yes?
No, there's no fire relit.
Oh, so you cool with him?
No, there's no fire relit. I mean, I didn't see the
Answer
interview.
my question.
I'm gonna tell you, all I seen was that clip, right? But this is how I honestly look at it. If I come to your face right now, Flip, and say, fuck you, you're a dickhead and a pussy, and I want smoke, to your face, and you say, I apologize, it was just jokes, we were wrong, I'm sorry. Right? This footage, it's on the Breakfast Club, footage. You saying it to my face. You say you apologize. We leave it at there, it's done. Then you leave, the interview airs, social media gets around, and now you changed. Then when it changes, then you go on a tour, with a Envy tour, and you shit on me all day long. How do I respect that? Right? Because as a man, growing up, my father said if somebody says something that you don't like, you approach them. You're a man, right? If I have a problem with you, Flip, I come to you. And that's what I did as a man. And we solved it right then and there on air, live on the radio, right? So anything after that, what is that?
Obsolete. But
how do you look at somebody now after that?
But Envy, let's
answer my question. How do you look at somebody after that?
I can't
answer the question, Queens Flip. You answer everything fucking else. I disrespect you. Disrespect me. I say I apologize. We face to face, right? Face to face.
Yes.
I leave, and for the next year, you go at me and say, suck my dick from the back. How do you look at me? Be honest.
I look at you like a cornball.
You said it. There's nothing else to say.
Hold
because
on.
I know why you do it now. You do it for this. You don't do it because you're a real person. You do it for likes. You do it for laughs. You do it for that. We don't do it for the same thing. So it is what it is. It's no sense to respond. You
did say that you don't come from an era of the type of humor people do. Right? It's think about it. Did you hear that about and I want to ask you this honestly and no disrespect.
Yes.
Did somebody say that pertaining or try to disrespect Miss Gia before, or that was the first time you heard somebody try to did somebody play around and say that before? Because when you listen to it, I don't think they meant it in a harsh way. Of course they apologized because you said something like, yo, you married, you got children. And I get it. I'm with you on that because she was there when you had nothing. The value. But you also just said COE, content over everything. That's one thing that you said. So did you think that you took it overboard by being angry about that comment? Now I get it. The whole SMD from the back and all that. I'm with you on that. But initially, did you take it over? Did you take it overboard? Did Ms. Gia even feel away? Did she feel away? She's like, man, it's a show. Did you think you took it overboard, or did you hear it before where somebody, y'all playing with my wife? Y'all think my wife is somebody to play with? Like, where did that energy for that comment, come from?
It came from. I mean, that they heard the interview and that's what they heard, right?
Got it.
But my whole thing is, you're right. Content over everything when it comes to me, when it comes to you. I don't bring your wife and your family into it.
You have.
I didn't bring his wife and his 4 kids into it. When I got on that, he posts pictures of a kid. I'm saying I don't do that. I could have clapped back and said something foul, but that's corny. That's corny shit. Grown men don't do that. I don't come at you and say, yo, Flip, your kid. No, that's whack. Like, who does that? Corny people. That's how I look at life. That's how I look at it. Attack me all day long. But I ain't gonna let you attack Gia, Madison, Logan, London, Jackson, Brooklyn, or Peyton. You ain't fucking with my family.
So if he took a shot at you that day on that show, it would be fine.
You said what?
If he took a shot
people
at you.
People attack me all day long.
I'm just saying, but him, if he said something to you.
People attack me all day long.
All right.
Everybody. Oh, look at Envy. That's fine.
How did Ms. Gia feel about that?
She felt the same way that I felt.
She did.
Absolutely.
Ms. Gia was offended by that comment.
Yeah.
You sure?
Positive.
Okay. All right.
No, because this is the thing that you understand. When I see something, sometimes I take things too far, right? So the first thing I do is I call my manager, June. Let him see it. What you think? And he'd be like, or he'd be like, yeah, that was a little foul. Then I call Coke. Coke knows me well. Coke, he's going to call me and be like, bro, you're going to go too far. Stop. All the time. Then I call Gia. Yeah, that shit was disrespectful. And then now I know it's not just me, right? Especially Coke, because Coke is the one that he knows me. He knows I go too far. He knows my mouth is a problem, pause. He knows I don't play. Like, if you stab me or if you punch me, I'm the type I'm going to shoot you. Like, there is no, sometimes there is no punch for punch, and he knows that. So he tries to calm me down a lot. Coke knows that. But Coke will also be here in 30 minutes if I need him here. But, you know what I mean? So when it comes to certain things, if I feel away, I ask somebody just because sometimes I'll be like, maybe I'm taking it too far. Like anybody else. You know what I mean? Like even with my daughter or my son, if they have a problem, I want them to ask me first. Maybe they're taking it too far or they're taking it out of character. That's why a lot of times when it comes to people, I don't like to text anybody. Because sometimes texting, you take it the wrong way. I want to talk to you in your face. I can see your body movements. I can see how you are. I can see how you're acting. I can see that you're swaying and you're lying and you're not. A text, people are tough all day on text. But when we're in person, it's kind of difficult.
Did you set them up? Did you do an interview with the intention? Because you knew the interview was coming. Did you have the interview with the intention of approaching them about that scenario since they did it on their show? Was that a setup? Was that the 52 fake out old school Queens move?
You got to think, and when people say that, somebody else said that. I think Joe Budden said that. I knew they were coming on the show. Like, we have a list of artists, guests that are coming on the show. Like Lizzo next Tuesday, next Wednesday Teddy Riley, next Friday this person. I knew they were coming, and I knew when they were coming, this is what I was gonna do. Absolutely, I knew when they were coming on the show, I was gonna approach them. It was a Charlamagne didn't know, Yee didn't know, but I knew I was gonna approach them.
So you premeditated that, yes?
Yeah, I knew they were coming. They're definitely gonna have smoke. Goddamn right.
He walked in hot though. He started
I
off
walked
like,
in hot. I knew what it was.
You said you call him what? You call him a
dickhead and pussy. I knew what it was from the door.
Right away.
From the door, I knew it was. Like with Drama, if you ever look at the episode with me and Drama got into our problems, right? Drama did something that I didn't like. And I wasn't going to say nothing on the show. I was like, I'll wait for after the show and then I'll talk to him face to face. I just had a relationship with Drama. I've known Drama a long time. We came up in this game together. Drama was the one who was like, let me just say it on air. And that's what it went to. But Drama is somebody who I have the deepest respect for. He told me what it was. He told me how he felt. I told him what it was. And we said, all right, bro, I love you. I love you. That's my brother. I gave him a dap, hug, and that was it. We've never talked about it ever again. When Drama needs something, he'll call me. When I need something, I'll call him. That's what it is. If I need a car for a car show, whatever. Drama got a new single, whatever. He got an artist, whatever. Whatever Drama needs, it's done. But we had a conversation. It sucked that it happened on air, but it did. It is what it is. But Drama is a good dude that I really, really genuinely like.
Solid. Shout out to Drama.
I think Drama is great. I think what he's doing for the culture is great. And I think what he does, and I always joke because I think Drama and they always go back and forth who's the best mixtape DJ, Drama or Clue. And he knows Clue is my guy, so I'm always going to say Clue. But those are the two best. Clue and Drama are the two best. Hands down, no questions answered. Like, I love both of those brothers. Drama, know I'm going to ride with Clue, but him and Clue are the best when it comes to it, man. I love, I love Drama.
Did you ever have any other DJ beefs during your career? Or DJ problem?
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. God rest the dead. Me and K Slay had beef at one time. That wasn't really my beef. That was for him and Splash, and then it turned into my beef. But we squashed it out, and K Slay became a big supporter. I became a big supporter of his. I remember K Slay, I had to come to his crib. I don't know what I had to get, a freestyle or whatever it was. And he used to live in Harlem. He would drop the key out the window, and you come upstairs. Me and Coke went up there. So K Slay was a good dude, man. And the game is really going to be missing a lot that he's passed away. Me and Cutmaster C back in the day had beef.
Cutmaster C, shout out to C.
We interviewed him.
Yeah, shout out to Cutmaster C. A lot of these DJs really helped me on my grind, like on my journey. Like, he was one of the ones that, he gave me records at times when I didn't have records. He gave me equipment when I didn't have certain equipment, whether it was the CD duplicating machines and all that. So C was definitely a good dude, and Webb managed C at one point, so he was always a good dude. Other beef? Nah, there was really no other beef.